Few days ago, Nicewigg uploaded a video about what went wrong with LGS, and later he made that video private. And lots of pros are agree and disagree with him, but he said those things from an investor point of view as per my understanding. And I don't think so he was saying to create a content like iitztimmy. And in Apex, creating a good content is impossible, but creating a normal content like uploading a scrim highlight and rank highlight is pretty normal, and 95% pros aren't going to do that. And we all know once the Apex comes in over, a good amount of pros career will sync with that. So let's start the video with Hakis, Mande, Sikezz and Zach, where they talk about this entire situation.
How many people have asked you about Vig's VOD so far? What do you mean? What about Vig's VOD? Oh yeah, I mean, we talked about that. What was it, yesterday or the day before? I don't remember. Nah, like my take is just like a lot of pro players, like they just collect salaries and they just can show up for scrims and they think that that's enough to get better at the game. Like the thing is, you need to spend 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, like a fucking normal job. Like being a pro player is a normal job. You should play 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 40 hours minimum. Like that's literally, it's a normal job, and a lot of people only show up for scrims and play 3 hours a day and think that's enough to get better. It's not. You're literally just a paycheck collector at that point. A lot of people need to fucking improve in that department. That's for sure. That's for sure. And then of course streaming and stuff like that helps around it, but in general, just gotta play, like just gotta actually put in the work. Because like, yeah, just showing up 3 hours a day for scrims, this is not good enough. I set myself when I came to hours because of Copperton, so I'm putting in 4 to 6 hours to decide it. Yeah, but at least you're consistent with it, you know? 6 hours is good enough as well. It's like, the most important thing is just showing up every day and like putting in the hours, you know? And that's the most important thing. And it is doing it over a long period of time as well. It doesn't have to be like, you know, like every single day. Like you can adjust it to your own health as well. Like, another one thing is just like, you know, mental health, physical health. Gotta take care of yourself. It's extremely important as a pro player. And I know Wise agrees on that one, for sure. That is extremely important. Take care of mental, physical, while also putting in the hours for the work. That's one of the most important things in the life in general. You gotta take care of yourself. Do you think your time in the army has something to do with you, where you're seeing a pro and what you should do to be one? I think it's just of being in the army, but also like working real jobs. Like, not only have I been in the army, but I've also worked a lot of real jobs. Like, it just comes from experience, you know? I think the problem is that a lot of people that are pros in Apex, like, have never really, like, worked normally.
Did you guys see that too? Nicewigg taking down his video?
Yeah.
Why?
No, he got bad threats, apparently.
Nah,
You look in his most recent video, he speaks about it.
Just fucking stand on business and keep the video up, no?
Yeah, but people like were threatening to swat him and
sent him to
his house in danger and stuff like that. So he said, yeah, it's bad. Yeah, if you watch his new video, like his latest video, he talks about it right in the beginning.
Like pro players or like just random?
Dude, I don't
know. Nah, dude. You keep that shit on and stand on business. If you can't handle the fucking truth, then fucking go somewhere else. You smell me? If you don't agree with him, you're just fucking stupid ass. I'm sorry, man. No, but there's no counter argument. It's just like, the thing is like, if pro players say, oh yeah, but it's not my job to do that, all right, then don't get fucking paid and then go work at McDonald's in 2 years. Nobody will know who you are, you know? Like, nobody cares, you know?
Yeah, Wig went in, bro. Like, Wig went crazy in.
No, I don't feel like he went in. He just said what's true. And if you can't handle the truth, then like, why are you even crying, you know? Yeah, why wouldn't you do it for your own self? Like, people just don't, like, the thing is,
maybe someone works a 9 to 5. Something.
Yeah, of course they have a real job. Then like,
there's some pro players that have a real job. You know?
Yeah, but that's like what?
They get way more
that's
money
like
than
0.1%.
30 views.
Yeah, but that's like 0.1% of them have a real job. There's like maybe 2 pros that have a real job. No. Who?
I believe Monsoon has a job, right?
No, he doesn't work with his girlfriend's thing anymore. He's 100% pro.
100% pro now? Okay.
I think doesn't Cody have a job? Cody has a job, right?
Cody has a job, yeah.
Yeah.
He does IT or some shit.
Yeah, so like one guy.
And there's probably others. I just don't know that well.
I feel like it comes from both sides. I feel like obviously the org's got to enforce certain rules and certain working hours that they have to provide to help the pro players, which the pro players also have to.
That's what I'm saying. Minimum 160 hours a month. That's a normal ass job. 9 to 5.
With this, I shall make you my slave.
Yeah, but then I also agree with what Wig was saying is like some people don't have the facilities. Like some people can be pro players and still have like
a shit PC
and not be able to stream because their PC shit.
Yes, of course,
should be provided for them.
Yeah, exactly.
But org don't provide that. I'm sorry, they don't.
Yeah, I know. I know, but yeah.
Unless you're in the T1, but even then they don't even.
Yeah, but like even if you get death threats, who cares? And maybe I'm just different. But like it's like I've gotten hella death threats. Should I just stop saying what I'm saying?
You have to double down like private software.
No, but I feel like you're just like, it's just a part of what the life we do. Like, it's just part of being online. People are gonna fucking want you to die in real life for no reason ever.
Yeah.
And it happens all the time. Yeah,
But
just
when I'm
said,
watching this video,
yeah,
there's threatening to swat him, and
yeah,
swat is not a joke. Though.
yeah, then SWAT me. You know?
Bro, you can get there's a chance that you can get shot. You know that.
Yeah,
right?
I understand.
You wanna die?
No, but you can obviously call the police places close and say, yo, by the way, I am
They
this.
don't do it like that.
You can. I know you can. I've spoken to people that do that.
What, in America?
Yes. No, I've spoken to people in America. They call in and say, hey, by the way, I'm a streamer. I'm a social person. And some people might not like me, so they might call into you. So you can also call me when you come to SWAT me.
What about Hal when he got swatted multiple
Yeah,
times?
but
Of
Hal
course he did
hasn't
that, and
said
still
it.
got swatted.
No, he doesn't. No, sure. I don't think Hal has said that. I don't think that he has called the deputy or the place there and say, hey, by the way, I'm a social. I have a big social media following. By the way, if people want to swat me, they can probably do it. Just remember, it's my name, Philip, whatever the and you guys can come, of course. But you know, like, it's just a SWAT like a normal SWAT. You can do that too. I love Wig. Don't get me wrong. And I understand where he comes from 100%. You're letting them win
Yeah, I wouldn't
by
do
you
personally,
taking
I'm
it
just
down.
saying. I'm just saying why he would
No, I'm just saying you are letting them win. You're basically letting them win if you do it. I've seen multiple, like Soda Pop, and got a call from them. Hey, we're gonna come now because there's a SWAT alert emergency or whatever in your house or whatever. So we have to go come and check it out. They can do that. Now, I don't know, maybe. I'm just saying I've heard of people, but like still, you're letting them win by taking the stuff down. Like I got, this is a DM I got 3 days ago. Like not 3 days. I'd say like a week ago. I hope your rage baiting and banning leads up to someone stabbing you and your girlfriend to death is what I got not that long ago, you know? And it's like that's probably like 1 out of like 500 messages of people that say they want to kill me, you know? It's just what it's just what happens.
Sounds like a great guy, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's just what it is, you know? Like I have grown completely. In the start, I was like, oh damn, like I felt bad because like, what did I do? Like I don't want people to hate me. But like then like at some point you're just like, oh, it's just every day. You grow numb to it. You just don't care anymore.
Yeah. Especially when you're like such a big streamer as well. Like people will be like,
no, like I've gotten, I'd say probably 200 plus death threats in my life, like the last 5 years. No, like when I played with Lulu in the start. Like, that's like how I started blowing up, whatever. I played with Lulu every day. I got 5 death threats every single day. Like, I literally got death threats every single day. They're like, don't touch my woman or whatever. She's mine and shit like that. Like, some fucking crazy, insane shit, dude. Brother, no, it was insane. It is crazy. No, there are some crazy people out there. They're like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are talking to Lulu like that? And shit like that. Like, brother, she's not gonna f you, buddy. Just relax, okay? Yeah, but it's insane. It's like, it's just what people are.
Sweet's point is all about like the org and EA, and it makes so much sense. And I think that's the only valid like response to like why orgs don't stay in EA. But what Nicewigg is trying to talk about, which like he shouldn't get hate for, is how pro players like complain about orgs, even like knowing the situation of orgs being in Apex and not being able to do anything about it.
Yeah, but I completely disagree with Nicewigg's point of saying why would he pay pro players this much money if they're not making YouTube videos and streaming every day and making content and making TikToks when that's not what they're getting paid to play. For example, Timmy was not playing on the same salary as me under NRG, even though we were both pro players. Obviously, because he makes content on the side, he makes YouTube videos and he makes Twitch videos, so he gets paid more than me. Like that, Timmy shouldn't get paid. Like bro, with Nicewigg's logic, with all the stuff that Timmy is going out of his way to do, he would just be getting paid as much as I was, while being a pro player as well, which just makes no fucking sense.
Well, I think Nicewigg, like he's part of the discussion, so it's kind of stupid, right? He's kind of like arguing on the wrong point. Like his entire reasoning is so valid for pro players that like don't make content and complain while knowing like the industry and knowing that orgs won't like be able to stay in Apex. So I can't really complain about orgs, you know, not signing them.
Yeah, but that's just
Nicewigg like
knows enough to know that what he's saying also isn't true. Like your brand affecting like orgs being Apex. Your brand affecting orgs being Apex is such a small percentage of ROI, and it's so minuscule that it actually does not matter in the esports realm. There's no esport that's been around for more than 3 years. Think of even Fortnite, Counter-Strike, in Rocket League, you name it. Like there's no esport where you have to be a content creator. You know what I mean? Like it's just not how it actually works for like these esports that actually last. There's ROI coming from, you know, the publisher, there's ROI coming from this, ROI coming from that. Like it's there's just so many routes of revenue that just aren't. Your players need to be massive content grinders and competitors that are succeeding. And like we just don't have any of those ROI routes, as Sweet points out. So like, yeah, I mean, we can say people should do this or pros should do that or we should do this. Or the issue is we could do every single one of those things. And cool, would that help? No. We could do every one of those things and it might literally be like a 1% increase. Because doing every one of those things might boost like our player count for the game or something. Maybe we get a couple extra bucks in our pocket, you know, from our own streams or YouTube or TikTok growth. But again, we're trying to compete and be under orgs and go to LANs. And at the end of the day, if they don't step up with like partnership programs and compete with other tier 2 esports and tier 1 esports, there's no chance, regardless of what anyone does. So like that's why I hard disagree with Nicewigg's point.
I mean, I agree that I agree that you can do both, but the primary focus of a professional player in any game should always be to prioritize competing at the end of the day. You should only be focused on how you're doing in actual tournaments, and that should be the only thing that relates to what you're bringing to your org for the most part. If your org is signing you as a big content creator and you just aren't streaming, then yeah, you know, figure it the fuck out, get your shit right, like, you know, like.
Yeah, I don't explain my point really wrong, or like, because I completely agree with you guys, like with all that, like you guys don't have to be streaming or anything.
Like we should.
Well, I think I just explained my point completely wrong because we're disagreeing on the same thing.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, you're fine. I'm just saying in general. It's just like I don't get like the whole narrative of pro players should be required to do more and do this and do that. Like, yeah, some pro players.
What are you thinking here?
Some pro players' jobs are gonna be.
Yeah, and then
like at the end of the day, all of my contracts that I have ever been signed to any organization with throughout the history of my career has had at most 20 hours of required streaming a month, or to do any content that the org was would ask me to do and I was obligated to do it. The only 2 orgs that have ever asked me to do a single actual content piece that was required was Luminosity and XSET. Only 2 orgs I've been a part of. DZ didn't ask me to do anything. Envy didn't ask me to do anything. The only thing those, like, who else? Who else have I been a part of? NRG, did NRG ask me to do anything required? No, because I guess NRG, I wasn't on long enough, but I'm sure they would have because they flew Gil and Yanya and Timmy out to LA for some content. But every other organization that I've been a part of has never asked me to do any content except for 2 organizations. So I'm so behind on this narrative of, oh, if I was an org owner, why would I sign you as a professional player? You would sign me as a professional player because you're expecting me to get results in the professional tournaments, not to be on my fucking, you know, my YouTube fucking grind. I mean, those are things that are, you know, are good. I'm not going to sit here and deny that they're good, but it's just like, it's not, a lot of the times it's not on the players. It's not that we're lazy. A lot of the pro players play 8 to 12 hours a day off stream. And some of them can't because they work actual jobs and they can't afford to take their time and just stream and make YouTube videos and do all of those things. Not everyone's given the same circumstance. I just think it's stupid. It's just so dumb. And I'm just so tired of everyone just like spewing bullshit because of how they feel. In other esports, pros don't stream scrims. They don't. No one streams fucking tournaments. It's not a thing. And then everyone in the Apex community is like, oh, dude, Apex pros are lazy. Yada 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 yada. It's just like, bro, we don't get paid to make fucking YouTube videos and Twitch content. We get paid to do good, and we're going to put ourselves in the best position to do good. And yes, I agree that some people should take advantage more of the platforms that they are given and the orgs that they are given. But it's just like, don't get mad at the fucking pros when esports organizations are structuring contracts to only matter about the way you perform. It's just brain dead. It's just so brain dead. The fucking salaries that some of these fucking players are on who, one, put in 0 work towards content whatsoever, 0 work ethic towards their actual career. If I could tell you some of the salaries the players are in the Apex community, you would throw up. And obviously those players don't deserve what they're given based off how they've performed over the last few years and the fact that they don't do any content whatsoever. I just think orgs need to be more willing to drop underperforming rosters in Apex and just pick up new teams. I think that's all it has to be. Well, not all it has to be. Obviously EA needs to do something because like it's It's also not fair to the pros or, you know, anyone. We are paid to compete and do good. If you do not compete and do good, you should not have a spot on any team. You should not have you shouldn't have that org. The org should just go sign a team that's been performing better, who's either unsigned or has potential to do better. That's just how it is. But instead, orgs will sit here with the same rosters for 4 years who don't perform and don't make content, and orgs will just sit there and keep them. And they'll just have them on the rosters for fucking 4 years. It's like, bro. And the orgs are just fucking stupid. Bro, people are fucking tired of complaining and fighting for it. Like, yeah, a lot of professional players their careers are going to completely end after Apex. Maybe including myself. I don't know. I could 100% fall in the category of someone that their career is just over and I have to go get a normal job. And maybe that's very likely. And you can fault me for not growing my brand and then having to do something else. Sure, you can fault me for that. You can't fault me for being like, oh, like, you provide nothing to an org. Like, yeah, I provide nothing to an org except for placements. Like, I know organizations right now that are taking 0% prize cut from their players. 0% prize cut while giving them contracts that are over $6,000 a month. It's like, what are you doing? Anytime an org offers me an amount of money that I think isn't fair, to me, do you know what I go to the org and I always say? And I did the same thing with NRG. I gave NRG more of my prize cut so I could get more guaranteed money, which obviously worked out in the long run because we didn't make finals. But at the end of the day, like, you have to be fair to the orgs as well. I couldn't have just went to NRG and be like, oh yeah, you're not getting any more of my prize cut, but I want a salary increase. Like, that's not fair to the org. You have to understand the cards that you're dealt. I've done that with every single org I've been a part of. Like, I'm just going to say this. XSET got 30% of our prize winnings when I was on XSET. 30%. Were we on insane salaries? Yes. We were probably the third, maybe fourth, like, highest paid team when I was on XSET in the entirety of Apex. But we gave them a lot of our prize cut and to make up for that. If an org was going to take 50% of my money, they would need to give me well over fucking 10K a month. They were going to take 50% of my prize money if I was playing good, which on XSET I was. 10K? I mean, Kadir, I made 56K from two lands I played in on XSET. That's not including coach cut as well. That's not including the cut you give for the coaches and taxes, Kadir. When you get taxed on that and you give the coach cut, like, think about how much you're losing. I would have made like fucking $8,000 out of 56K. That would be fucking criminal.
Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section, and if you are new here, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting video. Hasta la vista, baby.